this thing with trap.
Alright, we'll record. Alright, y'all. Welcome to the first podcast, what shall I say, the Premax Records podcast. With me, J. Steve, along with...
It's your boy, Truthbringer, a.k.a. TB.
Yes.
Already know what it is.
Well, as you probably know or don't know, we also would like to say thank you to all the people who started following us, especially live recently. Yeah. Man, it was like, almost like 300 in 1 week. We got like all these likes coming in at a time.
Stay up on it, man. People stay up on it, man.
Yeah, what we're going to be doing is talking music. There's a lot of podcasts out there. There's political podcasts. There are sports podcasts, but not too many music podcasts.
Yeah, no.
So that's what we're going to bring to the table here. Of course, we know we're going to talk about a lot of current things that happen in music. Also, a lot of things that we have going on, maybe events or music that we may be working on as well. And eventually some local guests, local artists that may come up to promote themselves as well.
Local artists, citywide, statewide, countrywide.
As far out as we can go.
As far as we can go, yeah. As far as we can go. We get Drake on here, yay.
Well, first off, let y'all know a little bit about us. Me, J. Steve, I have done music since, I've been involved with music for about 23 years, I should say. I'm 33, but I have been
working out and looking young, and that's what he's been doing. It's been 33 and he looking younger than me. He's been doing music longer than I've been alive on this planet.
Well, I mean, that comes
longer than I've been alive on this planet.
I mean, how old are you? You're like, what, 12, 13?
I am 22, thank you very much, going on 23. So he's been doing music since I've been alive, y'all. Since I've been living, bro.
But I will say, the addition of Truthbringer, he has been very well with music as well. And if you heard any of his music before, I worked on a few things behind the scenes, produced on some of his songs, but he has music that he has now, but we will get to that later on in our podcast. But I was involved with music. I'm born and raised Lake Charles, Louisiana, before I moved to Lafayette. And when I got out here, I was already doing music with somebody else that was from Lake Charles, but we wasn't able to really click and get it going on like in the same city. With us from a distance, it wasn't the same. And I happened to come upon who we know right now, Truthbringer, when I was looking for a church out here.
Oh yeah, man, was getting his blessings.
Yeah, I was looking for a church. I saw that choir. That choir did not look too good up there. Forgive me for any of the church members who are maybe listening to this.
Hey man, look, we love y'all. We love y'all so much.
Yes, very much. Much love.
Much love. Yeah.
But then I found out the guitar player, which is Truthbringer here, did music, and ever since we started doing music together. It started in an apartment in a closet.
Yeah. The immortal closet.
And
yes, sir.
I said, when I got me a house, man, we're going to make one room strictly a studio where we don't have to sit here in these clothes.
It'd be
mixing the music and all that stuff. So we came a bit of ways. And then since then, we just pretty much flourished. We started this independent label, Premax Records.
Yeah.
So I have Truthbringer. Now tell them from your end, I guess before we met, how you got involved with music.
Oh man, I blame MJ for being the immortal, basically, man that he was. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Michael.
I thought you was talking about Michael Jordan, because they got The Last Dance going on right now. So
hey, look, The Last Dance was fire. I ain't gonna front. The Last Dance was fire.
I'm enjoying it.
I enjoyed it, but the other MJ is the one who got me involved in music. Basically, I was singing in churches growing up, but I never really thought about making my own music. So it was basically like, I kind of want to do it, but I'm not entirely sure. A guy that I knew growing up, rest his soul, he died recently. This guy named William Wachter. He basically played music all across Houston, Lafayette, and everywhere in between. And so he was basically telling me, man, look, if you like the music that you like, make what you want to make and don't stop making it. And I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. And then I didn't really know how. So I didn't really have anywhere else to go. I'm over here just trying to shoot left and right, find a ways to do it. And my mom gave me a phone. I went off of that. I made a remix to Smooth Criminal that will never be heard to the public eye.
Well, thank God. I didn't even know about that. You made a remix to Smooth Criminal?
A remix to Smooth Criminal, indeed. And it was amazing for the time being. It'll never be heard.
I will find it. I will definitely find it.
It will never be heard.
I will find it somehow, some way.
And I was hey, look. From there, I was rapping over everybody else's beats. The first song that I made was based off of the Immortal Mobb Deep's "Hell on Earth" instrumental. That's what everybody was rapping on, trying to get their own. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song out of it, and it was the most childish thing you would ever think to come up with. But from there, I kind of just grew, stayed in my lane, learned the trombone from like elementary school to middle school, handled that trombone with a passion. And for those short 2 years,
I'm thinking you played trombone for like 5 years.
Bro.
You said for these short 2 years.
Oh yeah, dog. For the shortest 2 years of my life, man. I put the bone in trombone. You know what I mean? Because these people couldn't handle me, man. But then I dropped it because I was the best, so I couldn't do it no more.
So how you got into guitar?
So from there, I was planning on trying to get into the band at my old school. Trying to process into middle school bands, and I just could never make it because people were interesting. People were definitely interesting. I'm not gonna go as far in depth as I can.
Like, you mean people were interested in the band?
Talking about the teachers were a little interesting when it came into context. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So it was like, I'll just let it be, and I'll find my own pocket. And so I basically invested my time in a different program that they were hosting. It was a new program, and it was the guitar program. So I started off being one of the first students to actually have some kind of music experience in the guitar program.
So did they have their plaque on the wall, though, since you found it?
Unfortunately,
you didn't found it. But
no, I didn't found it, but I was one of the first people to ever be a part of it. So I basically handled up on that, and after it's been 10, 11 years since I played guitar. From there, it was history. I picked up the guitar and never let it go. And because of that, it kind of helped me learn piano. It helped me learn drums. And those instruments alone are everything you need to make, some triumphant sounding music.
Yeah.
But that's when the recording aspect came into play. I ain't had no money. I didn't have no job to pay for nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm walking around broke, playing guitar, playing piano and drums over a phone in my bedroom. So I'm just like, Lord Jesus, how long is this gonna go? And then I met the immortal J. Steve. Immortal J. Steve.
I remember. That was
from there.
When I first met you, there wasn't too much you had going on. I remember the first thing you showed me was on the phone. I was like, we can do better than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you was kind of at a point where, when I first started with me and, like I said, it was kind of a duo with another guy, but we started off just making music, like I said, it was on YouTube. Took YouTube instrumentals, started rapping on it, and since he was in HR, I was over here. We kind of, we put the phone to the speaker. He'll rap his lyrics that he wrote. I'll rap my lyrics, But I always said this: I felt more comfortable if I make my own beats. I always felt like I was stealing.
Oh yeah.
That was just my mindset. I always felt like I was stealing. I'm like, man, you know what? And I got these beats in my head that I know I can make. You know, I just gotta just make them.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to find the program.
And I was the same way. I couldn't do it. After that whole compilation of rapping over other people's beats over the phone, it was just like, oh, I sound garbage. What am I doing remixing Michael Jackson? What am I doing remixing Mobb Deep? I need to get off. I need to go. It's like, but so we just like shooting from the hip and on the clip on my phone, and then you come out of nowhere. It's like, all right, so you see this here? This is a microphone, right?
Yeah, man. I had to kind of straight look, man. You don't have to just do it on the phone anymore, man. The guy other ways. But I will say, and to those of you out there, especially that's independent artists, that I'm not saying, you know, not doing. I mean, taking YouTube instrumentals is necessarily bad thing or anything like that. No. I mean, you're an independent artist, so it's whatever. So, but I will say this, and I will encourage this: find someone, if you don't know how to make beats yourself, find someone who can make beats, and make your stuff 100% natural.
No
pure,
less.
You know, because that way you're not stealing from the one where, because the lyrics is yours, the beat is yours. Like, even if you didn't make it, somebody else made it, but it's somebody you know. It's within your group, you know.
Right.
So,
and then it's kind of like training in a sense. It's like you rapping on other people's beats. You feel comfortable with rapping. Now you have to get into that mindset to where, oh, I can't sound like everybody else.
Yeah.
I can't be everybody else, so I need to start making my own deal, show my personality within the music.
And not everybody's got the, you know, talent to make their own beats, but they got the talent to sing, they got the talent to rap. And if you're out there, you got talent to rap and the talent to sing, but you can't make your own beats, I'm telling you, like, it's like, I know it's the easiest thing. Like, man, I'm gonna just get this YouTube beat, rap on that, and put some stuff together. Which is nothing wrong. There are a lot of people who've done it before that, you know, put songs down on cover songs, you know, or they took a beat and they rapped on it or whatever. But when ain't nothing like when you do everything like from scratch. That was natural. You know, either somebody you know that made that beat and you put your lyrics on it. And man, that's what you call a team, man.
Yeah, hey, look, well, I actually have a quote from somebody famous in music, judging J. Cole over producing, mixing, mastering his own everything.
Yeah.
And somebody was saying, oh yeah, basically doing all of it by hand is like masturbating in the studio. And I'm like, how do you say that? And it's like, you're basically making yourself feel absolutely marvelous, but it's. I mean, that's one way to put it. If you want to go that way with it, I was like, yo, all right.
Not everybody feels marvelous after that, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Some people feel guilty. I don't know. But anyway, that's a whole other subject, though. But the whole purpose of what I'm saying is, and here at Premax Records, that's what we try running everything professional, because there was some guys that came through here to the studio and was like, hey, man, put this beat up, man, we record on it. I was like, nah, bro, look, tell me what you like, I could get a beat close to like something that you like. Oh yeah, show me on YouTube the beat you like, I can make something close to it. I can make something in that realm of what you like. Or a Truth Bringer here can make something for you, you know.
All the time.
And you know, and we do more than just also instrumentals and stuff. We had gigs, got a band together.
Oh yeah.
Well, who was the other guys with you?
ITB, Isaiah. Shout out to Isaiah the Queer. Shout out to Byron Vollmer. Shout out to both of them guys. ITB was one of the clutchest and best bands in the entirety of Louisiana. Hands down, there was nobody that was messing with us.
I will say it was managing that band was the most interesting time. It was some fun times, though. I will say it was some fun times. There was some ups and downs. Of course, there was some times where we didn't have a big crowd. We had small crowds. Sometimes we had, you know, a nice size crowd. So, but we've It was interesting. And then we had additions that came along the way and some subtractions. To the group, but it was still interesting ride. I won't forget that time as well. So let's get to what's
popping in the industry right now.
Well, man, what's this I hear about Google Play? What is it that Google Play is doing with YouTube?
Right. So to summarize it up, Google Play, from the aspects of business that it's taken, is planning on substituting Google Play Music for YouTube Music. And by that, it's basically taking everything that YouTube Music is, leaving it the same, but potentially putting it in its favor. So in a sense, YouTube is kind of losing money, but also gaining money at the same time. And Google is also losing money, but they're finding ways to make their own money. And by that, I mean it can potentially bring us back to like the CD days where you're actually paying for music. Because on Google Play Music, nothing's free. So unless you download it illegally and you already have it saved as music in your phone, nothing's free. So what they're doing over here at Google is that they're going to drop their whole music program altogether and use YouTube as like the catalyst to that. They're going to probably start making these changes in the far future, preying on the far future. It might be the near future. But if it gets to that point, we're probably all going to be paying for the next few albums. That way, the artists, sure, they get more money, and more people aren't illegally posting music and downloading music. But people are going to find some way to bootleg stuff.
But okay, let me ask this: how do you think this is going to affect, independent artists though?
Independent artist.
I mean, I know some people was like putting on. I mean, don't get me wrong. YouTube's always like one of the easiest formats to post something on, but like Google Play, I mean, when they there was a way like you could charge where you could charge where people they get paid when people press play, 99 cents or something like that.
You pay for the songs, you could pay for the music.
So would that affect them in a way, kind of, or
it might? And I say that it's a supply and demand type of deal. Like if you have more people craving for your music, you will have more of an income, but there's a faster chance of it coming to a complete halt, considering that most people bootleg music, and when those people bootleg music, they basically take the music from any means necessary, or the people who do buy the music will give out the music to people for free to benefit off of your music. And from there, it's just like claiming music here, there, and everywhere, and it's just kind of gets out of hand, So it's like it wouldn't affect independent artists too drastically because their music isn't really that popular. or it is popular but not really extreme enough to where it's not being posted up somewhere,
Well, yeah, and that's why I'm saying, like, will it be, I guess for the ones who was putting theirs on Google Play, I mean, it'll probably get, how much it will affect them too much, but
I doubt it's gonna be like too drastic.
Long as nothing's messing with how I stream movies, I'm good. I want to still be able to bootleg and shit. But there's some movies that, I'm gonna put it like this: when you stream certain movies and try to bootleg certain, I don't know. When you look like you at the movies watching it or whatever, you tell people record it in the movies. I mean, I don't know. I still say streaming it is so much easier, better.
Oh my goodness!
But I don't know, man.
Better. I agree. Hey, I agree. Like in a sense, streaming has become the most popular thing for a reason because it's easy access. You feel like you want to play something. You feel like you want to listen to
I'll wait a couple of months if I have to, because the ones that recorded after bootleg it, they put theirs on the streaming sites first, and I'll be like, look, man, even though Lion King came out this day on Tuesday, I know somebody's gonna have one on there on Thursday. I'm not gonna watch the one Thursday. I'm gonna wait till some more real better ones come out 2 months later, then I watch it. I watched Lion King probably like 2 months after it came out.
2 months?
I mean, okay, well,
hey, look.
I wasn't too interested in going to see it at the movies anyway.
Hey,
But
I understand. Cause see, here's the thing. I was in the same boat with Avengers Endgame, so everybody was all fussing at me like, "You ain't seen Avengers Endgame yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I seen it. I've been seeing it." But wait, it just came out like yesterday.
yeah,
I know. Wait, did you have money for it? Absolutely not. Wait. That wasn't a hold on, before the police take me away. It was a free streaming site where I was able to stream in game. It was free and it was there.
the police need to come get you for remixing Smooth Criminal. That's what they need to come get you
right.
for. You should be getting arrested for remixing Smooth Criminal.
Hey,
matter of fact, didn't they have they had actually there was a rock group that already did that.
Oh yeah, Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the video where the dude was hey, are you okay? Do a little jump hop into on the sidewalk and it'll light up.
Oh yeah, back when they changed okay to woke.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I was like,
and are you woke?
okay.
Like woke. Are you okay? Them balls was wildin', man. Them balls in Alien Ant Farm, man. Shout out to them, man.
But yeah, man, I think actually, to be honest with you, I think it's easier now for independent artists than it was people trying to go independent.
Yeah,
maybe say like
way
5-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot easier with all the platforms and everything. It's just about getting your stuff out there and getting the fan base or getting people to listen.
Yep.
And I think the confidence is there. There's so many people that's confident putting it out. It's just about being heard. And that was the problem. And that was what happened with some people that came through here, when we got gigs for them. It was just like, man, we just want people that, just want to get heard, because there's some people that's down here. Some people want to go from just singing in their living room or in their room to actually singing in front of people, Yeah. Or some people want from their music just being recorded in their room to being heard elsewhere. And a lot of this streaming stuff works well for it. And I don't know, like I said, Google Play is probably gonna get hurt by what they doing.
Yep.
I just don't see.
Look, they'll be hurt, but they're gonna try and get their money back by any means. I feel like that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna take every album released by every big artist that takes the time, or even the independent artists, and they're gonna add an extra charge on top of that in order to listen to their music, because everybody's putting out high quality content. That kind of deal. That's why I feel like they're gonna go with that. But hopefully they don't have to go with that route and they leave everything free, because YouTube's making some bomb money right now.
I know what is banging on YouTube though is that Joyner Lucas though.
Oh yeah, it was number one on trending. Shout out to Joyner Lucas. This is fire.
The remix to Will.
Oh yeah, man.
And Will Smith.
Will Smith, man. Shout out to Will too, man.
He
Will
really
Smith
did his thing on that. And the thing about it, his style of how he rapped it. Mm-hmm. You could tell he adjusted to how more the styles of nowadays. Don't get me wrong. He got some people gave him slack, about his rapping of the Big Willie style and all that stuff. Which to me,
it was fire to me.
It was still nice, even though he didn't. And he even said it.
Oh yeah.
In this remix, he still was without cursing. He was able to still
cursing,
be fly.
He stayed fly, and people were, even when the people in the hood were judging him, he didn't let people get to him with that resource, because he put the respect first over everything else.
That whole album with Miami, Getting Jiggy with It,
fire, bro.
That Big
Heat
Willie style.
Everywhere, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That was a real one of his best. I even like just the two of us. I don't even think that was on that album, but that was good too. But
everything he put out, in my opinion, was kind of solid.
He did more when he went to movies though, man. That was just more his. He just really plateaued up there.
Yeah, he found his niche when it came to acting. Yeah, and like he got in his bag for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Rest in peace to James Avery. He basically got in his little bag when he got into the acting deal. And I feel like if it wasn't for James Avery, he wouldn't have that plateau that he got on. But as soon as James gave him those tips, because he was getting those tips from James. As soon as James giving him those tips and pushing him to higher heights within the show, made his show a cult classic. From there, everybody wanted Will. Everybody wanted Will. And Will was basically Will throughout the majority of his movies. And the movies that he took a drastic turn, instant classics. Like Ali, for example. Like, he could play Ali if he felt like it. But he wasn't Ali, he was Will. As soon as he got in his Ali bag, everybody was like, what?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
And the thing about it, and he was one of the ones to go from, because he was rapping first before he did Fresh Prince, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, he's one of the few that went from the rapping
aspect to the
acting. Now,
yeah, so smoothly, too.
They got some that do the acting to go to rapping, but I mean...
Hey, look, there are
not too many.
Not too many, but there are a lot of rappers turned actors. And in your opinion, there's which one is...
well, Drake was in Degrassi.
Drake, yeah.
I don't know how much was it. I didn't really watch it as much. Was it a major role? Or?
Yeah, it was a major-ish role at the time. He was Jimmy in the wheelchair.
Right.
So he got in the wheelchair for a reason, and that's why he got popular, So I mean, yeah, people liked him. People digged Drake. He was the actor turned rapper. But I feel like the rappers turned actors have that real in-depth view of like people because they have that experience. Like Drake, he had his own experience, but he didn't have that much experience in the hood. He went from acting to rapping. Like he dove himself into the rapping aspect before he got into the acting. So I feel like rappers turned actors have more of an advantage when it comes to acting than the actors turned rappers. That's why Drake kind of seems as impressive as he does, because he found his niche in rapping while he kind of sort of found his niche in acting.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So Will goes from, rapping with Jazzy, Fresh Prince. But then he...
Summertime.
But he still did, because Big Willie Style, all that came after, because he did the Men in Black song for the movie he was in.
Yep.
Wild Wild West, unfortunately. I mean, look, I think he doesn't even like that movie. Look,
even though the Wild Wild West, I feel like Will kind of likes all of his movies. It's kind of like the Eminem
I don't know,
effect.
Man. I don't know.
It's like the Eminem effect,
I don't think
man.
old actor likes all of their movies. That is a lie. If you're an actor out there, you like all your movies.
It's about
you are lying.
Look. I feel like it's because they wouldn't do it if they didn't like it.
So you telling me George Clooney liked Batman and Robin?
I mean, he had to like it at some point. He had to like it at some point,
It's called money. Just hey, you know what?
You're given the role, you're given the aspect. Because, I mean, look, Aladdin. Did you see Aladdin?
I did not see it yet.
Well, basically...
I mean, I know the story of Aladdin. Well, you talking about the reboot, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the reboot. So Will, he was basically... And this is how I knew Will wasn't the type to prioritize money over the roles. Because you really think Will Smith needs any money, like, pre-Aladdin? This man had Independence Day, Men in Black. He had... God, what else did he have? He had a whole bunch.
What? You talking about before Men in Black?
Yeah, before Aladdin. Before Aladdin, he had all of his classics.
I mean, of course.
He didn't need nothing. And even back then, like, he still had most of his classics. He had... God.
Well, what I'm saying is,
I
don't think. Okay, wait,
and then even that song, the Wild Wild West song. Come on, man.
Look,
come on, man.
But we're talking about Wild Wild West here. Now, him being in Aladdin, I don't think it's like he has probably regrets for that. But Wild Wild West, I don't know, man. I think he even came on record and said I don't think he likes that movie.
Hey, it might not be his favorite, but it'd be hard to
say. Well, okay, wait.
Let
me put it like
it's
this.
Like an album.
It's one of the movies he probably did not care, that he probably was like, okay, that wasn't so good. Maybe it was a bad decision. I'm pretty sure George Clooney, same way for Batman and Robin. If you tell me any of those actors in Batman and Robin,
you can grow out of the music that you make but still kind of have a liking to it. Like I will never show anybody that Smooth Criminal remix.
You keep bringing it up. I'm telling you keep bringing it up. I'm gonna find it and I might release it.
You'll never find it. Trust me. I can't even find it. But but it's not like I didn't kind of like what it was. That's why I kind of, it was decent for what I did. It's still me, And I feel like what Will's music and movies he puts out that he likes and doesn't like, he kind of finds some kind of liking to it. But not saying that he doesn't hate it. Like, you can still have a liking to something that you hate.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at
Oh, okay. No, okay. That's almost asking this. Okay, that's almost like getting in a relationship you didn't know how it was gonna be. I mean, you had an idea, but then after then you realize this is very bad. And then when you got out of that relationship and then you got into some other better relationship, you realize, man, that was a shitty ass relationship. Do you say to yourself like, man, you know what?
You had to have some kind of good time during that relationship, though.
No, but there's a reason why you're not in that relationship anymore.
True. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, there's no way you look back on it and be like, man, you know what though? Man, I still wish I was in that relationship. No, you don't do that.
No, he doesn't. Not only you're wrong, I'm not saying he wishes to go back to that. I'm just saying, like, there was some moments during filming.
Oh yeah, he probably had some fun with the guys, and filming on the set. But I'm sure, like, as for his name is included with that bad movie, just like that bad relationship. You have been included with being with that crazy person.
I've never seen Wild Wild West, so I can't really judge.
Exactly. So, you know why you probably didn't see it? You know why you probably didn't see it? Because it was probably not a movie high on your list to see.
Hey, look, I was like 2, so I mean, I think I was 2. I don't know.
Let me put it to you like this. You're not missing much. Okay, you're not missing much, but I never decline anybody to go see something for themselves. But you are one of the few lucky ones to not have seen it.
Oh yeah, I was one.
Right.
And it was short-lived because I was one. Yo. All right, bet. All right. So I'm gonna.
But back to the song.
Yeah, back to the song. The song was good.
The song was nice. I think this guy. He's really. I like his style. I like his style, man. His style it's really. I mean, where he's from?
Wait, who?
Joyner
Lucas?
Yeah, Joyner Lucas.
Oh, Joyner Lucas. Oh, God. Joyner Lucas, he's a rapper based out of, if I'm correct,
and the thing about
somewhere along the lines.
I think those kind of, and you can also tell by his style, he kind of got that, the baby, all, that kind of style,
Actually, if you were, hey, look, there are some songs that he has, because he's kind of adjusting to the newer styles, because he's a younger artist. He's kind of has to adjust to the younger styles. But if you listen to some of his like earlier work, or even some of his work that came out on the project, there's a lot of songs that he made that are just him going off, like a compilation of him going off. He was born in Massachusetts, by the way. Shout out to Massachusetts. He basically has a song with Eminem. He has a song he did with Busta Rhymes. Like this man was an absolute maniac on that song he did with Tech Nine and Logic. And he's just a down to earth kind of guy from what it seems like. So he's a good dude.
I mean, to say
fire rapper.
Yeah, and like I said, not to take away from the original song Will, but the remix, because Will Smith was pretty much majority of the song, and he Will Smith really killed it, man, and
murked it.
And the original one was nice because it isn't in the original video. He does all of Will Smith, a lot of Will Smith's
all
movies.
Will Smith's
He
movies,
does
yep.
Men in Black, and he's pretty much giving homage to
paying homage to his hero and giving him a rose before he kicks the bucket.
Yeah. And Will Smith did the same thing, like, right?
Will Smith basically said, "Look, I wasn't me without these people that I gave roses to before they passed away."
Yeah, because he was Muhammad Ali. He mentioned in there
Nelson Mandela.
And of course, he mentioned his good friend Martin Lawrence in there too.
Oh yeah.
He's saying he's the GOAT.
And his grandma.
And his grandma. And
big ups to grandma and James Avery. I keep bringing up James Avery like he ain't everybody's
Well, I mean,
father,
he's the guy, and those who don't know, for the younger people, James Avery played as the Uncle Phil in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which the show that Will Smith got popping on.
My opinion, I think that Uncle Phil is everybody's dad. So
Uncle Phil. I saw they had a little reunion, like a quarantine, this whole thing. They got all together on camera on the screen. Was him and I played as Carlton,
Alfonso Ribeiro.
So all of them came together, and they kind of was talking about like the past on the shows, and then Uncle Phil part came. They got like real emotional, and they always, whenever they do this reunion, they never bring the original Aunt Vivian.
The original Aunt Viv, They never brought her. They never brought her. Yo,
no, they didn't bring her. They used the light skin one, the one that came later.
They used the light skin. I figured they would. Everybody knows the light skin ain't Viv, ain't really.
Yeah, and so I was like, I don't know.
No disrespect, but I mean, let me drink more water.
Cause Daphne Maxwell that was the second one, but the Janet Huber's the one that, man, they just don't show her no love, man. But supposedly something happened between them two, or between her and Will, and they had some bad chemistry.
I think she was trying to make it the Aunt Vivian show instead of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, from what I heard.
Then when Daphne Maxwell Reid came, she pretty much did the rest of the seasons, and she's the one that every time they have a reunion, she's the one that's there, not the original one, So, and it's fair enough to say she was not on the reunion when they had when they had all those, so she was not there.
I figured as much, but like we were saying, shout out to Will, shout out to Joyner Lucas. That was an amazing song. And speaking of songs, we can go down the long, immortal list of the top 10 Billboard Hot 100. See what is at the top of the music charts today. And I promise you, it kind of throws people for a loop a little bit.
Okay, what you doing? Top 10?
Top 10. You want to start
who's
at
number 10?
Yeah. All right. So we'll start here at number 10. The number 10 song in the world is Intentions. Justin Bieber featuring Quavo of the Migos.
Okay.
That is an interesting joint. Number 9 is Rockstar, which is a DaBaby song featuring Roddy Ricch. Number 8, for God knows how long this song has been here. This song probably came out a year ago. Circles by Post Malone. That song's been out here for ages.
It's the fact that it's still in the top 10.
I know, it's crazy. I
mean, some songs, even though, they may drop, but after so long, but man, you're still in the top 10 of anything. Because, because what, are you looking at a specific genre, or are you looking like...
This is all
that's what I'm
everybody.
saying. Like, to stay...
The most streamed songs of the entire world this week, basically... this major cast year, and what's been playing, and this song's been playing for a good long time.
I know the box is probably in the top 5, isn't it?
Possibly. We've got number 7. We've got number 7, Drake featuring Playboi Carti, Pain, 1993. It's the one where Drake...
that Drake song, what is Tootsie?
Say it again. Oh, Tootsie Slide?
Yeah, Tootsie Slide.
Yeah, everybody's starting to trends with TikTok.
That's going to rise in there, I'm sure.
Oh,
that's going to
possibly.
Get in there.
It might be in there.
Because it's not in the top 10 right now?
We're at number 6 right now. Number 6 is Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. There's a girl. She basically makes female empowerment songs and stuff like that. She don't really care about men. She kind of put men on the back burner. It's just good.
I hate all men.
But she also makes love songs, so it kind of evens out in her eyes. So it's like,
Are the love songs about her and herself?
Her and her, I guess, man. I don't know.
So I guess not all men are dogs.
From the songs I've heard, these are experiences that she's gone through, and she's a decent artist. It's a lot of female empowerment and men downplayment in most of her joints. But that's
must have some bad relationships. Must have had some Batman and Robin type relationships.
Possibly, man. I haven't heard that song, but shout out to Dua Lipa. Number 5 is The Box by Roddy Ricch.
I mean, you know what? That song, I'm telling you, man, it's all about the beginning, man.
Yeah.
You can open your door, man. That song's on stage.
Just
don't
yes,
put
sir.
no WD-40 on that door, man.
That E40 on that door?
No
I got
WD-40
you.
at all.
Number 4 is the 2C Slide by Drake, which we all figured that was going to be it.
That's going to eventually be number 1.
I think it already might have been. I think it already might have been.
Oh, it already was? Because what? The song is only, about a month old?
Yeah, it's a good few months, actually.
Oh, it's a couple months ago.
No, it's came out like 2 weeks ago, so.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
No, the album came out 2 weeks ago, so I think it was out a little longer than that.
Yeah, okay.
Number 3 is Blinding Lights by The Weeknd.
Okay. And The Weeknd, man, The Weeknd's got that, he's like that, I would say he's more like that pop, hip-hop-ish, he's not just straight pop and he's not straight hip-hop,
Yeah.
He's like hip-hop.
Hip-hop, pop. Yeah,
hip-hop.
Yeah.
Hip-hop.
Hip-hop.
Is that even a word, hip-hop?
Yeah.
But yeah. Pop-pop.
Pop-pop.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's more like you got that pop-pop.
Pip-pop.
Pip-pop. That pip-pop, That's why I put The Weeknd in, man. It's like that pip-pop.
Yeah. All right. Pip-pop. Number 2 is Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce, Savage.
Right.
Which kind of surprises me a little bit because you would think that they'd be at number 1 with all these savages running around on TikTok.
I'm gonna say, I will say, man, Megan Thee Stallion, she's holding up, man. She's holding up.
She really is.
Then the BITCH, she had that, and the Savage. Now I will say, because the BITCH, that was with that Bootsy Collins.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but
call me that bitch, cause you gonna call me that anyway. She say.
Yep. I mean, hey, you do what you got.
But the thing is, Beyonce, hey, she did her thing on that verse. Had that Houston swag on it a little bit, And
I feel like she got the good connects through Jay-Z, who kind of saved her from her position. She was kind of
saved her from her position.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
All right, so in short, Jay-Z saw her struggling with her record label. And seeing as though she's from Houston, I'm guessing Beyonce might have had some sympathy for her, brought the attention to Jay-Z. Jay-Z pulled her out of that, signed her to his label, Rockefeller Records. And then this happened.
Man,
made the biggest record of her career.
Beyonce wanted to, she could have went independent.
Shoot.
And still been all right.
Hey, look.
I think I don't know if I necessarily could say. Well, I think it's a far stretch to say Jay-Z saved her.
I mean, well, Megan Thee Stallion. I mean,
wait. Are you saying Jay-Z saved Beyonce?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay, all right.
No. Beyonce is a whole different animal. I'm not even on her. I'm saying like she saved he saved Meg Thee Stallion from the difficulties of the industry, and basically put her back in that spotlight. Then proceeded to give her a song with Beyonce, make the hottest record of 2020 so far, and
now the Tootsie Slide, gotta say something about that. Tootsie Slide might slide up on in there, man.
Hey, it might be
like that's gonna be because
it might
the
have
year
left.
You may say it's the highs of the year, I guess, to this point.
Hey, you'll never believe who's the number 1.
Okay, wait. Before you get to number 1, let me finish what I said about Megan Thee Stallion. I think Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, let me ask you this. All right, because I think. All right, you know how? Okay, of course there was the, you know, the Mary J. There was the Foxy. There was the Lil Kim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then, you know, later on, you got your Nicki.
Yeah.
So.
Your Remy Ma's.
Yeah, you know, of course, yeah. Don't forget about Remy Ma. So.
Can't forget about Remy Ma. Think about Nicki.
Yeah. I don't want to get involved with that.
Yeah.
But now, okay. Do you think Megan Thee Stallion is
in that tier?
Is she gonna be
close
next?
enough for
Is she next? No,
Honestly,
I'm not saying she surpassed them.
Well,
I'm just saying, is she the next one for? You know, is she about to dominate from 2020 to 2030?
Well, here's
for
what
the
I'm
next 10
thinking.
years. She gonna be the next female rapper, like that we talking about?
Well, believe it or not, there is still a number one, and that's where I'm gonna draw the attention to these two, Meg Thee Stallion and the number one who got the number one.
Okay.
So if there was because I could see Meg Thee Stallion being that figure in 10 years still running the game. But then there's our number one spot who basically transcended everybody's expectations, made a song about cows and mooing, and then ended up making a whole, showing people that she can rap and stand her ground and make her own. And then she's making the pop moves, so she's kind of adjusting, making that Nicki, doing what Nicki did.
Yeah.
Back in the day, she made more pop songs to relate to other people, and more people invested themselves in. She ended up topping the charts. And so that's where I kind of feel like the tip kind of leans.
Who's number one?
The number one song is Say So by Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Featuring Nicki Minaj.
I mean, look.
So
I do not even put them in the same category. Like, no, this is what I mean. No, Doja Cat, I mean, I'm not saying Doja Cat's not good. But Doja Cat's more pop than, I would say she's more pop than Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is more hip-hop.
I agree with you. But there's a reason for that. There is a whole reason for that.
Why is there a reason for that?
Basically, like I said, the same reason why people kind of got onto Nicki. A lot of people were on to Nicki. A lot of people were on to her for, her mixtape deals and everything that she was doing.
Right.
And so she kind of got in that little pocket of pop before she started rapping, like heavy duty rapping.
Who? Nicki?
Nicki, yeah. She was rapping, but she wasn't like viewed in the eyes of the public as like a dominant female rapper that would overtake, the likes of Lil Kim and whatnot. But then she got that public eye doing the pop related songs and hit the charts on the pop charts. And then she started rapping like crazy. So that's why I feel like it kind of differs a little bit between Meg Thee Stallion and Doja Cat, because Doja Cat can rap her tail off. I've heard a couple of her songs where she was just straight rapping, and she puts a lot of these other female rappers to shame.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, because okay, first off,
but Nicki, true to form, it's different. It's different though.
Nicki's first few songs, her coming out songs. Okay, first of all, her first album was what? The Pink album, right?
I mean, so. Pink Friday or the Pink Print, one of them too.
I mean, she had some mixtapes, but Pink Friday was like her first album.
Her first album, yeah.
And all right, look, I'm gonna name to you the singles that was from Pink Friday. Okay, Your Love. Okay,
pop.
What would you say? Hip hop?
That's pop.
Okay,
had a lot of girls back in the day singing that.
Check it out. All right.
Never heard that one.
Right Through Me.
That was pop. That was very pop.
Moment for Life. Couldn't win either way.
That one I'm going to give that to rap.
Okay. Super Bass.
That's pop.
Did It On 'Em.
I'll give that to the rap.
Girls Fall Like Dominoes.
That was a single?
That was a single. And Fly.
Fly was pop. So and look at the contrast. She got these two to these 5.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Are you
what
trying
I'm
to say
saying?
Doja Cat just because she's
So it's
starting to
like-
pop, she gonna eventually get to the hip hop?
Oh, absolutely. Because see, that's what she said she was gonna do.
Okay, yeah, but
And
Megan Thee
now,
Stallion is already starting
she's-
in hip hop.
She's true. She's more true to her roots. That's why I like Meg Thee Stallion better. In my opinion, yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, in my opinion, is gonna be like the Kendrick Lamar. You heard it here first. She's gonna be like the Kendrick Lamar, true to roots.
Whoa! Okay. Hold on. All right. So you saying that first
for
here.
women though,
Right.
not like all around type of deal. Cause
All
like,
right. Between Doja Cat and let's just keep this between Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
All right. So who is going to Who's going to thrive more in the hip hop?
Who's gonna thrive more? I feel like they'll probably thrive about the same.
Who gonna thrive further though?
Who's gonna thrive further? I mean, seeing as though she's got already, you know, they're at like, I'm telling you, dog. Well, let me see. Let me see where we're at.
Okay, all right.
Meg
what was the other song? Doja Cat got Say
So with Nicki Minaj.
Isn't that more pop? When you say that's pop,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the first one was pop.
Yeah, Moo was pop, and this is pop. But you see, the first singles that she released, same with Nicki Minaj, first singles that she released were kind of pop based, you know, like Fly, Your Love, and all those other joints, super bass. I've got a white girl who can sing and rap every lyric to super bass, and she's not a rapper. She's never heard of any rap. She's barely raps, but she knows every lyric to super bass by heart. It's the funniest thing to see her rap super bass by heart, man. And she's very stereotypical. It's kind of funny.
I mean, look.
But again,
just wait until
it kind of depends on how the outlook looks from, because Doja Cat jumped from like number 7 or 8 to like number 1 in a matter of a few.
Well, I'm gonna say this,
you know,
for Doja Cat.
So
I
might say,
if she like it in
I'm
the
leaning
front,
towards
wait till
Megan
she
Thee
see it
Stallion.
from the back. Because I'm telling you this. Megan Thee Stallion is gonna stay up there. Don't get me wrong.
Look, in my opinion, I'm picking Meg Thee Stallion. I like
Doja Cat, but I just think Doja Cat's gonna go more Ariana Grande, not Selena Gomez, but more Ariana Grande way. I think she gonna go more that way. Would you?
I mean,
you say Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj are the same?
Are the same in about like viewing power? I'd put Ariana Grande in a whole different league.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but I mean, I don't know, man.
It's different. I understand what you mean. It's kind of two different breeds, and that's why I kind of say that I pick Meg Thee Stallion in a hip hop sense. But if we're talking about music sense, you might see a little more Doja Cat. So it's like, I mean, you might. Emphasis on might, because a name like Doja Cat in comparison to Meg Thee Stallion, you're both talking about some animals here. So it's kind of like,
you know what I see Doja Cat? I see Doja Cat more when it comes like to some hip hop songs. She might be featured.
Maybe.
I don't know what that was.
Don't know what that was neither. Hey, look, it's good. Though.
So, but yeah, man, I think
she does have potential.
I think she got. Okay, so that's my thing. I think, and hopefully, look, we could both end up wrong. Who knows? It end up being Doja Cat, because you know, man,
both end up falling off, and
I thought the artist that did "Can I Get a Refill," man, I just knew she was gonna just down. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that she didn't do other things, but I thought she was gonna stay mainstream for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And then
I was wrong. I mean, I was wrong. She just didn't stay mainstream.
Here's another thing that Meg Thee Stallion has over a lot of people. She likes anime. So, you know, the anime people gonna still be on the side, and you know she's still gonna have those people riding. Plus, she got the gangsters riding for her, wishing they was with her. You know what I'm saying? So you got
and
she still got a stability to a fan base.
And the thing is, I don't get me wrong, Doja Cat still got her. She got her fan base that's like, is really behind her too. So I just see Doja more. I think Doja might.
Doja might lean a little towards pop. You think?
I think she may take over.
She might take over.
I'm gonna make a strong validation that she gonna take over. She gonna take over the female pop side.
I could see it. Hopefully, because see, a lot of the female pop side is kind of looking one dimensional. You know what I'm talking about? So,
well,
it's kind of hard to see because other than Beyonce, who really had their little time in the sun? You know what I mean?
Well, Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce's pop. Beyonce does a little hip hop too, but she's more pop. She's more pop. Yeah, I'll put her more in pop. Yeah. So, no. I mean, of course. Okay, I'm not trying to put Doja Cat is going to outdo Beyonce. I'm not saying
no.
I don't want anybody out there. I don't want none of the beehives come out and be like, "How dare you say Doja Cat is going to be better than Beyonce?" No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at the moment, she's going to be the one that's most talked about coming up for the upcoming time, for the next year or two or so, And I think the same for Megan Thee Stallion because she's coming back to back off that one album, Now this is the thing though, can you do it after one album? A lot of people do. They come out that first album, do it, but then it's always that follow up. That's the thing.
The follow up is
you come back with the follow up, then it's like okay, all right, you legit.
And I feel like in that sense, Meg Thee Stallion's gonna dominate over like artists like Doja Cat, possibly.
And a lot of what hurts unless
Doja Cat releases like a stream of singles nonstop throughout, which most pop artists do to stay relevant. They release singles over, albums and then drop a big album with all their singles on there.
But pop, man, if you ever noticed, but with pop, if they come out with a good first album, their second one they still maintain it a lot. It seems a lot easier in the pop fan base than the hip hop fan base. They get more stricter.
Absolutely.
Like they critique you more harder. Like, okay, your first album you came all right. That second one you better come out with something stronger. And that's how it be. And then they come out with the second album and it still don't be bad, but it is always compared to, well, man, it still ain't like the first one. So it's like
this
whatever.
is a part two to this song on the part one
because that's what ended up happening if they don't get with the right producer or something like that. Because that's what got Kanye good, when he first came out, and then that second album, he came hit after hit after hit on the first
couple albums.
Yeah, just on the first album by itself. And then the second one, it still kept because the first album, had to be like six. It's like six of them back to back to back to back to back, and then the second album came back still even harder. So you can, I don't know, man. But then there's always those ones we hear. Like I said, the second one don't be as good. It's almost like a football player. Or a basketball player, or any sport player. They come out with all these stats the rookie year. But how many times we hear about people they dominate their rookie year, but then the second year, they have this slump. Oh, it wasn't as good. But the ones that do it 2 years back to back, oh, you legit.
Yep.
Oh, we already know. Then the rest of your career, you good. We know.
Hey, it's hard for artists to do that, man. That's why people are trying to find their niche, how to find their pocket. They need to go by the lines and outlines of the genre, Because, Kendrick Lamar got so much flack, believe it or not. Yeah. But he still released back to back to back.
Yeah.
Hard-hitting, and I'd argue classics, in a sense. Because, a lot of the albums that he released were kind of leaning towards being unique to oneself, and at the same time taking the time to make that song sound right.
Yeah, he's a deep meaning rapper, especially.
Same with J. Cole.
He's got a lot. Yeah, I was about to say J. Cole the same way. Mm-hmm. A lot of hidden stuff in the messages in them lyrics, man. You really listen to it, it's deep. So it's like, those kind of artists like that. I think it's just that some people just don't understand, man. It's just like, bro, y'all gotta really listen. But if you really into hip hop, if you really a lyricist, and people that listen to music, know music, they know,
Yeah.
okay, Kendrick Lamar, okay, yeah, man, that dude, he's talking some real shit there.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole, man, that dude, he's talking some real shit right there.
All
man.
the time.
You know? So, yeah, I think some artists, they get compared to certain other artists that's not as deep, and it's unfair.
Yeah.
You know? And it's unfair. And I think
It really is, yeah. When you think about, like, and that's where I kind of feel like that whole Meg Thee Stallion Doja Cat thing kind of sits, because, like, I can see Meg Thee Stallion making something that hits really deep if she felt like it, but Doja Cat, she'll probably, lean more towards the say-so side.
Man, wait till she see it from the back, man. So she ain't gonna see that top spot from the back in hip hop. I'm telling you. I don't know why you saying she gonna be top. I'm tell you this. I do not see Doja Cat being the top of a hip hop chart.
We'll never know until the time comes.
But wait, let me put it like this: before Megan Thee Stallion.
Before Meg Thee Stallion? Okay, well, we'll see from.
Unless it already happened. Did she hit on
is,
top of a hip hop chart?
Technically, she did. Technically,
no. I know she made top 100 Billboard, of course.
Well, no. But if it's this, because if this song is registered as hip hop,
because 100 Billboard, that's everybody. That's pop.
Yeah.
Pop.
Well, let's see. Hip hop. We can go over to the hip hop tab.
Is she even in the hip hop joint?
All right, bet.
She probably is.
Well, Elena, considering that hip hop is basically being taken over by literally, like, everybody in the YouTube scene is taking over hip hop, man. So it's kind of like hip hop's getting funnier.
All you independent artists, let me tell you this: all the ones that are out there that we're talking hip hop, pop here. All you R&B singers out there, you are not forgotten. I'm just telling you that now. We didn't forget about you. People didn't forget about you. Those of y'all that sing, because unfortunately, and that's gonna be something we talk about in another segment. We're gonna talk about that another day.
What, the R&B?
The R&B, and it seems like the death and the rise of R&B. It's not forgotten, man. So those of y'all that's out there singing, keep singing. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep singing.
That brings me to another thing. We had recently lost a legend and an immortal genius in the form of Miss Betty Wright.
Oh yeah, man, clean up woman.
Yeah,
she did. She did pass away. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So what? Speaking of music, all right. So let's talk about. We'll close this out. What music you got coming up?
So the music I got coming up is basically.
Wait. What music you got going on right now? Music you already have released that people can go listen to right now.
Oh yeah. All right, so I dropped this album back in January 28th. It is the Jaded album. Go stream it anywhere you can find Spotify, YouTube, Google Play Music.
It's Jaded or Faded? Make sure you spell it right.
Jaded, Jaded, Jaded.
All right.
By Truthbringer. You can look up the song anywhere. You can find it anywhere. Amazon. It's on Google Play Music. It's on YouTube, Spotify.
That's how long it'll be on that.
Right, exactly, until it falls off somewhere. But it still be on YouTube, so you guys can go to YouTube Music and see on stream.
And what about what you got? You got some new music you're working on?
Oh, but of course, got a little something special working in the studio with, a certain special somebody. You can go and start something up, man. It's good stuff going. It's a lot of good stuff going right now. Yeah. Expect something coming out at least by the fall.
By the fall? Okay.
Bring out the heat, man. A lot of people make one album a year. I used to make that one album a year. Now I'm in my bag. I'm in my pocket where I can drop like 3 if I felt like it.
All right, so wait. So you mean you're going to drop that Smooth Criminal remix as well?
Well, I don't know about all that. you might have to wait till I'm like, I don't know, dead after 15 years to find that.
I'm telling you, if I find that thing, you're still alive. I'm telling you, there's a good chance it might get released. It might get, it ain't going to get released, it's going to get leaked.
I don't even remember the lyrics to that Smooth Criminal remix. That's the worst part.
I'll remind you when I find it.
If you find it.
Man, they used to call me the IRS, man.
I'll find you.
That's what I do. That's what they say. That's what they always say. We'll find you. That's what we do.
Hey,
Man, get out of here. I mean, look, I personally never had the IRS tell me that I'm been fined, but
I mean, they could probably find it. They could probably find it.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
I mean,
I don't know
yeah,
where. I never
somebody.
uploaded it nowhere, but they could probably find it if they had the efforts.
All
I
right.
can't find it, so I know
So-
good and well ain't nobody.
That is it for us today on this segment.
right.
We will be posting up weekly. So we put it like this: if for any of those out there who have anything that they want us to talk about, anything additional they want us to talk about, or have any questions that they want us to talk about, answer on here, just inboxes on the Premax Records Facebook page,
Yep.
or you can put it in the comment section.
Comment section, man. We
So-
read them all. We read them all. It's there.
So tuning out.
I am TB Truthbringer.
And I am J. Steve.
We shall see
And
you next week.
are out.